Some of the strongest painters in your collection are abstractionists, including this remarkable painter, Fernando de Szyszlo from Peru, who was influenced by Peruvian textiles as well as pre-Columbian sculpture. Tell me how you came to know Szyszlo.
Well, I just chased him down, and I met him through social affairs and knew him from years of correspondence with my friend Mark Berkowitz of Sao Paulo and Rio, and Berkowitz says he's the Latin artist, and he proved to be a great friend. And this one I went to his studio, purchased it. He said, I'll deliver it to your hotel. That's and he became a correspondent then for a long time. I have another one that he considers his dark period his best period, but this is one of my favorites.
What about Szyszlo's work is especially compelling to you?
I think it's just the modernization of Peruvian archaeological, artifacts.
One of my personal favorite abstractionists in your collection is Manabu Mabe, who was a Japanese-born Brazilian who utilized these drips in order to evoke natural forms from the coffee plantation where he worked as a boy. How did you acquire Dominate, this painting?
Well, it's sort of like the budding of, he's really a top-rate abstractionist, and he used every Oriental technique that I'm aware of in his paintings, but used them with such ease. It's amazing. I just found this one, couldn't pass it by.
And do these shapes remind you of any natural forms?
No, not really. It's just an absolute fantastic abstraction.
One of the most important female painters in your collection also happens to be a Japanese-born Brazilian, Tomie Ohtake. How would you define her abstractions as unique?
Well, I think she applied the same Oriental techniques of perfection, but she did it in flat. She was more interested in the flat areas rather than the painting. And actually some of it is just unbelievably structurally perfect. She later became very famous for her etchings and her serigraphs and massive serigraphs and then later in life of sculpture. She won the Sao Paulo Biennale several times with her massive three-story sculptures.
And do you find that her paintings recall her three-dimensional work?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yep.
It's, I mean, her study of color depth and stuff like that, I've seen her tear up canvases that she just thought should never achieve that perfect color.
Another masterful painter from Brazil was Arcangelo Ianelli, and I know one of your personal favorites. Tell me about this wonderful abstract work called A Sunday in November.
I think this is just an essential, just classicism at its greatest. I mean, you could be even the child who looks at this and say, that's classic. And that's what he wanted to achieve. And I think he's one of his early ones, and I think he did a magnificent study there. I don't know of any one that can duplicate the technique, let alone the atmosphere.